was that? Is something the matter?
I've got the money to pay that debt.
And I was afraid you had it. That job still go.
I'm not interested.
Bye. Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lock in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade. Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with your head. Otherwise, you'll be fucked and you'll have to start all over. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be hurting Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. Hey, lad, don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney?
How am I forcing that? How?
Hey, lad, don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney? Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney?
Why are you waking me? Go away! No, clear off. Let me sleep.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
God be with you.
You're Stephen, aren't you?
Oh, yeah? And why would you want to? Well, never mind. I'll fight you if you... May the Lord watch over you. Ah! Oh! Ah! You're going to cry now. Lost you? Ow. Oh! Herrgott! Oh! 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 Oh!
say to you?
Let's fight.
You gave those two a pretty good hiding, and I made a grosh and a two in bets. You Scalix fellows are good for me. I'll chop you to pieces, you rat.
Let's fight.
I hope you've got coin this time. Oh. Good luck to you. Miss! Oh dear! Did that hurt? God be with you.
And another thing. Thanks.
Farewell. Ah. What the?
What are you doing here?
Good health to you.
How are you coping?
As well as we can, Henry. You can be glad Sir Radzik took you into his service. I hear you even go...
I've been once. And I don't think it'll be happening again.
Ah, it's a shame. Because I'm sure you know there's a lot of hungry mouths here, so...
I don't know. I'm not such a great hunter that I could feed all the refugees.
No, that's not what I meant. It's the townspeople here who have a taste for game. They want to live like the nobility, see? A few of the burghers have been to see me already, to ask if we'd try our luck in the woods. They promised us supplies but we can't afford to take the risk of poaching. We're barely tolerated as it is. If one of ours got... But I was thinking, you're in Sir Radzik's gap.
Well, I got away with brawling with Lord Capon, so I don't suppose they'll string me up for a few hares.
Great, Henry. I really appreciate it. The local tailor was asking me about getting some hares to put on a feast for a visiting merchant.
All right.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
About that money.
You still don't get it, do you? I don't owe you, so get out of it.
Do you really want to make me angry?
No, I don't. Fine, I owe you. And what am I supposed to do about it? You think you'll get anything from me? Look at what I've got. But maybe I could. Maybe I could tell you where you can, if you forgive me.
The hell with that. I want my...
Then, I don't...
about that money.
You still don't get it, do you? I don't owe you. So get out of here.
Do you really...
No, I don't. Fine, I owe you. Look at what I've... But maybe I could. Maybe I could tell if you forgive.
All right, then. Start talking.
No. First, I want you to swear you won't be...
Very well, then. Talk.
When we were running from Skalitz, I heard something. I don't know who said it. It's a miracle I could even hear it in that chaos. Either way, somebody hid a lot of coin under a dovecote.
Under a dovecote? And that's it?
That's all I know. How many dovecotes could there be in Skalitz? If you've got the guts to go back there, you're bound to find it.
Fine. We'll see.
Garlic, carrots, beetroot, onions, all the flavors around.
Good day to you.
You look like you've got a lot on your plate, Master.
Busy. I've had so many visitors, I wouldn't wonder if the door fell off its hinges.
What's going on?
I've been given the task of putting some of the Skalitz refugees to work.
I understand.
The worst part is they won't tell you who really needs a job the most, but you...
How?
They're like to be more honest with you, so you can find out who's in the most need. And you can decide for yourself who'll do what. Will you help?
If you need help, I'll do...
You're a godsend. I'm sure it won't take too long. You know how the refugees are getting on, don't you? But ask around if you need to...
What kind of work are we talking about?
Well, old Hagen is looking for a cook, and we need 5 carriers.
A cook and 5 water carriers. Sounds simple enough. Is there a problem?
A little. We need 3 water carriers, but the other 2 will have to carry, begging your pardon, shit. Or as the Pope would say, excrement.
Can you tell me anything more about the cook?
You'll have to ask Hagen yourself. I couldn't get a straightforward answer out of him. Maybe he's changed his mind.
What can you tell me about the other?
It's dirty, but it's a job that needs to be done. There'll be more than enough work.
Sounds disgusting.
If all else fails, I'll pay 2 groschen for every 1 I pay the water carriers. That might convince someone.
What do I need to know about...
We need 3. Right now, some of the burgers' hands are doing that.
And they need to go all the way down to the river.
Of course, where else would they get it? Gallows Hill?
How come that's such a course for
For one thing, they're afraid of me. And I can't get a straight answer out of any of them. So how the hell am I supposed to make the right choice?
Oh, they're desperate. You can't...
I don't, but I might end up picking some good-for-nothing who'll just booze his wages away.
Is there anyone who can tell...
Yes, the merchant Conrad Hagen is the one looking for a cook, so you can talk to him. And young Alex will know which of the Skalitz folk are best suited to the job.
That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
Farewell.
Garlic, onions, mushroom.
Jesus Christ be praised. God be with you.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Scallets.
Ah, I see.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young? Nimble?
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry. I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, of course.
I also heard that you need...
It's not dignified to talk of such manners, decent people.
But I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such... God be with you.
You there?
Good day to you.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbours. There are jobs...
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
What of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages. I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and living at the presbytery. So I don't think she's in need of work.
So, do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
Well, who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the Rathaus, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hauling shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
Thanks. I'll go.
May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
chair now.
I saw it. Bread! Fresh bread! Bread!
Through the mercy of God, rest. And stay out of sight. What will people think?
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled.
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper.
Oh, I've been blessed.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who...
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food.
Why not?
Because I'm still Father Francis.
But I heard he fled and isn't...
Don't pay any attention.
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible...
Does he go to Sasau often?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used...
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis.
Good luck then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
My respects to you. Farewell.
Is something troubling you?
I wouldn't say it's troubling me exactly, my boy, but I've heard talk about the Sasso blacksmith and I'm losing sleep over.
What talk might that be?
They say they've heard him chanting when he tempers steel, and that nothing of his ever breaks.
And, how could I help with that?
Simple enough. Go there and find out if there's any grain of truth in it.
I suppose asking costs nothing.
Just don't ask him outright about any sorcery.
Don't worry, I'm not that daft.
Good, good. And don't worry, you won't be the poorer for it. Once you find out what's what, I'll find...
All right. I'll go and see if there's anything to the stories.
Good, but be subtle about it. Farewell.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God be with you.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good-for-nothings.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh? But have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
What would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
So that's how it...
Come now. I just want to help, but I'll have my job cut out persuading the bailiff to take you.
All right. I don't have anything, but I know the armourer in Sasau, and he'll give you a good price if I have a word with him.
Cheap armour might come in handy, all right? Done.
Done. As soon as I get the job, come and see me, and I'll tell you all about it.
That's enough for now.
Take care now.
Not talking to me?
God be with you.
Are you here on account of the water carrying?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. All right?
Fine. Ask away.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moimi. We had a farm near Scarlet's.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
I want to carry water.
That's all? You've nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive.
Not talking to me?
But I miss my father. And the farm, too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
Am I invisible or what?
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
Pretend I'm not here?
That's enough for now.
Farewell.
I want to ask you something. How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative abilities at the rat house, but...
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough. But if you show him what...
Well, if he gives you a chance to
But the bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out of you.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to whip me. And then he comes and interrogates me.
Well, I can see how that would put you off him. That's enough for now.
God be with you.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one...
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for a noble...
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though.
Be that as it may, I already have the people I need to carry water. And
I'm strong enough to knock you on. What do you want from me? Good luck then. You'll find it nowhere else.
Good day to you.
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines, and not just in the mines. So...
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft, and I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I don't know and don't care. I'm not here because of that.
I suppose not.
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can earn a few groschen.
It's not easy work, though. It's a long way to carry water.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all day for months on end?
There's one more option.
What? For the knack?
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but...
But it will be twice the pay.
The money would help, true enough. What about afterwards?
It won't come to that. Sir Radzig will surely take care of things when he returns home. He won't forget the sacrifice you make.
I'm glad to hear that. If that's how it is, I'll even carry shit.
The bailiff said he couldn't get a word out of you.
Well, he's not the most popular man around here. After
Maybe, but if you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around dealing with this, and you'd all have a few groschen by now.
You might be right. But there's no point crying over spilt milk.
How are you holding up?
You mean this here? Well, I've got feeling back in my arm again.
What happened to it, anyway?
That time in Skalitz. I was knocked down by a horse. But it's better now.
Look, I can see by the way your arm is hanging it's not healed. You can't carry water like that.
Well, come on. I owe money to the Sawbones and I need the work to pay for it. I'll give you anything you want.
Well, I could find something that will help you.
Anything?
Here you go. This will help it heal better.
Thank you so much.
No, nothing. We Skalitz folk have to help each other out.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
That's enough for now.
Goodbye.
Good day to you.
You hear about the water carrying?
Aye. I can haul water all day long.
So, do you want the job?
I do. I want it.
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm labourer, then I was...
Quite the factotum, aren't you? There's none of those jobs...
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to...
Pickman, that's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassal, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
Besides water, you could
What? That'd be a new one for me. No, it's not a thing I'd go around.
How are you holding up?
What can I tell you?
So you're keen on
I've been keen on it since I got up this morning.
And you had another job before this morning, or what?
No. I was...
That's enough for now.
So, we're agreed then?
Look, the bailiff is the one who will decide after I...
So, I might not get the job? I'll be... Take care now.
God be with you, good sir.
You're here about the water carrying?
I am.
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the...
What for? I can...
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Thunder the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So did I get...
We're not finished yet. Well,
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll...
And what if I told you that you get double the pay?
Didn't I mention something?
You did?
I wouldn't be Thunder the winch, more like Thunder the...
Are you here because you want to carry water?
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd... But now I want to carry water at least.
I heard you lot don't want...
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something.
I know everything I need.
So, can I go?
Not yet.
Well, I hope he cheeses.
If you think I'm afraid of you, you're mistaken.
We'll see.
May the Lord watch over you.
Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised. But Antonia really needs that job.
Can she cook?
What's that got to do with carrying water?
Nothing, but there's a cook's job going too. Much easier than hauling water.
I don't know how good a cook she is, though.
Do you think she'll be able to handle carrying those buckets?
She's no princess.
Well, it's just if I recommend somebody who's not fit for the job.
And what's the worst that can happen to... Suit yourself.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Did you have some trouble here with a fellow from Ujits that...
We did indeed. He was looking for a fight and resisted arrest. He got a taste of the rod and the...
Can you remember their names?
I don't know. There was one from Vlashim and another from somewhere hereabouts. They called him by a funny name too. Smelly or lousy or something ridiculous like that. Anyway, it should all be written down.
Can I have a look at them?
It's not my responsibility, I'm afraid. Friedrich the Scribe takes care of the records, and he's sick now.
I know everything I need to know to pick the carriers.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damned business.
So, how do we do this?
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water or...
Tonda. They call him the Winch.
The Winch. Ought to be good with a bucket anyway.
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water.
Vasil goes by the moniker of Pickman.
Pickman? I hope he doesn't have a history of...
No, no. They call him Pickman because he worked in the silver mines, and he was very keen with the pick. So much so, he managed to...
Well, he can't do too much damage with a bucket, I suppose.
Carrying shit.
Good. One per...
Cornelius.
Ah, Cornelius. I had him here once looking for a job. Where do you want to put...
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry...
Vincent.
Vincent? Never heard of him.
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry...
Peter.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his...
Carrying shit.
Good.
That's it.
Good.
I'd like to talk to you again about... That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
What are you here for?
Goodbye.
Heavens, lad. You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Last time I saw you...
I'm feeling as good as new.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
About that debt. Here you are.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you're a man of honour.
Damn.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to have a look in the black...
And I need blessed relief from my suffering.
Well, I don't know what I can do for you except bring you a priest.
I'm not dying yet. I just can't get up.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm on the trail of those killers from Neuhof, and I need to know the names of the men who were sentenced alongside Limpy Lubosch from Uzhitz.
I can't remember. Once I write the record down, it goes straight out of my head.
It's essential that I find out those names. Is there anything I can do to help you get back to work?
I can't go to work when I can't stand on my feet. Konyash the apothecary has an embrocation that helps, but it costs, dear.
All right, I'll try and...
May the Lord watch over you.
Good health to you.
Scribe Friedrich needs the embrocation for his joints.
What, again? He was here not long ago for some. He ought to make it last longer. Ah, the older he gets, the more foolish he is. Well, did he tell you such salvation is costly? Look out.
Scribe Friedrich needs the embrocation for...
What? Ah, the old...
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we... Finally, a reasonable sum.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I bought you the embrocation.
I know, lad. I've been...
Will you let me have a look at the Black Chronicle?
Well,
that really is a miraculous ointment. You haven't even rubbed it on and it's already working.
You know how it is. Faith itself is the greatest healer. Just thinking about the relief it will bring makes me feel better. So don't look a gift horse. Take care now. Take care now.
Could you find...
Don't know how to read, do you?
I'm trying to track down those Neuhoff cutthroats, and I need to find out the names of any cronies of Limpy Lou...
Give me a... May the Lord watch over you. What in God's name is he up to?
So did you find any mention...
I did. Apart from Lubosh, there's mention of some Anton from Vlashim and Hinek, known as Riki, from Ledechko.
Ledechko? That's a stone's throw from here.
Aye. Certainly closer than Vlashim.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you for that ointment. Farewell.
Vegetables, fruits, apples, cucumbers, onions. Come get 'em.
Good God! What happened to your club?
Carrots and apples picked today to put a smile on your... God bless.
have pity on me, a poor wretch.
Garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring. Asparagus for taste and prunes for what
Master
they
Bailiff?
I should say so. The bishop's vicar came to Ujitz, and not even Sir Hanush knows what he's after in these parts. Something must be up.
May the Lord watch over you.
What to do? The poor wretch whose home was burnt to ashes by Sigismund's horn.
Don't you want a little wager on the rat aid, Tony? Hey, lad! Don't you want a little what? You're all we need.
Assassin, eh? The old woman sets a fucking assassin on me? Ooh.
Yeah. 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 Wait a moment. You're him, right? The boy from Scarlet. You're the young fellow who came here from Scarlet's half...
Yes, that'll be me.
The lady of the castle was asking after you.
Ah, I'll go and see.
Very well. Don't... Farewell.
The Lord save you.
I heard you wanted to...
It's true. I need...
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. It will be an entry into a new life. I'm looking for a few things to give her as a gift.
My lady...
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but... And I've been told no task is...
It will be my honor.
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in Ujits.
And the ornamental crown?
I had the engravers in Sasau make it, but now they've written to say it will take a while longer. That just won't do. The wedding is almost upon us, and I need it.
Who am I supposed to pick up?
From Conrad Hagen in Ratai. He's the only person in the whole region who can supply... And believe me, Here you go.
You said a roan from Ujits.
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal. Wait till you see it. Dietrich said he'd ride it here himself, but I can already imagine how he'll end up killing himself on that horse. But you...
Wine, a roan, and a crown. I can...
Thank you, Henry. I just wish there were others here I could trust. Take care. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good God, what happened to your clothes?
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me?
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer.
As long as it's the truth, I've done a very foolish thing.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Ujits wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't...
They burn them alive.
That they do.
It didn't bother you before, though. What...
One that will... I don't...
So all this...
The ointment could make a person see such things.
Will you give me the ointment?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help.
Very well.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. Good luck, then.
What's that? What the hell was that?
What?
I heard something about a magic ointment, but
You heard that where?
the herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What?
That's not the point. The ointment's dangerous.
Thanks for the concern. But we're grown women. We're old enough to make our... Jesus!
What was that?
Hey, who's there? Are you looking for me?
Started killing the horses. Can you credit it? The horses!
God almighty, why? What would they do that?
Jesus Christ.
Can I sleep here?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just the...
All right.
Here you...
You'll like it here.
Is there anything suspicious?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
We're all here. We can set off. Is it far? Not at all. But we should put the ointment on now. It takes a while to start working.
Where exactly do you put it on?
Well, there. You know.
I feel shy.
So playing games with the devil is all right, but dabbing some ointment on your cunny is going too far.
Aye, well, don't peek for a bit. I'm not sure.
Don't worry. Plenty of women have tried it before us.
What if it does work? What if he does appear?
But that's what we want, isn't it? Let's go.
I hear someone coming. Who's there? Is it you, Kuta? No, I'm still over here.
What's going on here?
Welcome, Prince of Darkness. And make yourself at home.
What would you like us to do? We will fulfill your every wish if you fulfill ours.
Prince of Darkness? What in God's name are you babbling about?
Why are you testing us?
Testing you? Jesus Christ, what have you been smearing on yourselves?
A magic ointment from the herb woman? We are ready to pleasure you, Lord. In return, all we ask is that you rid us of the humans. And if you won't rid us of them, then help us get away from here. Give us riches, so we can start a new life in the city.
I won't be fulfilling any of your wishes.
Oh.
In return, you'll have to...
Oh, that ointment. You smeared the ointment on me.
Fear not, my lord. Nothing will happen to you. It's all part of the ceremony.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? What did you do to me?
Are you quite well after your long journey?
Huh? Long journey? What?
From the gates of hell to here. When will you take care of the humans? And why don't you have horns and hooves and a goat's tail?
How come you're a talking mare?
What mare? Does your sight deceive you? I'm Vera, and I turn many a young man's head in Ujits.
Actually, I wanted something else.
What's that, oh lord?
Will you serve me?
Oh yes, our Lord of Hellfire. We'll do whatever you...
Me?
No.
And what about the other one?
Kuta, you chicken!
I want you, hen.
That was tough. Oh, but I'm all dizzy again.
What is wrong with you? Is something going to come of it or not?
I need to sleep.
Bugger sleep! What was that? What is it? Someone coming!
Oh, look at the knees, have you?
Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it. What's the matter?
What happened here? Shit! Oh my god. These are no demons, just flesh and blood woodcutters. I'll never be able to explain this to anyone. That fucking ointment. Damn that old hag. Now what? I found out more about the...
Pray, do tell.
The women have got hold of some magic lotion from the herbwoman.
For the love of heaven.
I followed them to where they held their Sabbath.
Oh my god.
The women were completely out of their minds from that ointment. Then some woodcutters stormed in. They wanted to put a...
Good God.
I had to kill the woodcutters to...
For Christ's sake! How could you? Such needless slaughter! Those...
The woodcutters were beside themselves with rage, baying for the women's blood.
There must have been...
I did everything I...
The good Lord observes your deeds. Pray for the souls of those unfortunate Christians. Pray. At least you see where dancing with the devil can take you. Pray for their loved ones and for your soul and mine, because we share the blame. Farewell.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Yeah.
Geen eerlijk. Not shot.
I see you know how to wield a sword. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
I found out more about the Ujit.
Pray, do tell.
The women have got hold.
For the love of...
I followed them to where...
Oh my god.
The...
Good.
I had to kill the wood... The woodcut...
There must...
I did every...
The good Lord. Pray for the souls of those unfortunate Christians. Pray, because you have blood on your... At least you see where dancing with the devil can take you. Good luck to you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Jesus Christ be...
Any chance of some work?
Well, come to think, there is one rather delicate matter to attend to. Oh, he said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was selling various relics he'd collected on his travels to pay his way.
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech Queen of Sheba. But by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's cross, thorns from the crown, nothing of interest to me.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, I'd forge them back into a sword. Can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces of the sword, I'd repay you.
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech queen?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her?
Uh-huh. Isn't it a bit strange that some pilgrim would have...
Are you suggesting he might have been lying? Well, people aren't to be trusted, but this is nothing to joke about.
I could do with a sword like that.
Well, everything has its price, but this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is...
It does sound very interesting.
Excellent. You'll see.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces are broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron.
What gently humming furnace are you on about? Have you ever actually been...
I'd like to ask you...
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just...
So that's why I'm curious just how you go about it.
Look, I learnt it from my father. May he rest in peace.
So it's a family formula?
Actually, yes, it is.
Let's stop talking. I'm looking for pieces of a sword that a pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling.
I would.
Well?
It's a load of tripe. Only a fool would have given that trickster a single groschen.
But if he lied about that sort of stuff, it would be...
Don't be so gullible, lad. That bastard never saw the Holy Land. Unless it was in a fresco.
I've heard it said that you're...
What?
They say when you temper steel, you chant...
Spells? That's a good one.
Take care now.
I'd like to ask you...
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell.
Let's stop talking. They say...
Spells?
May the Lord watch over you.
Father, when do you plan to return to St. James?
I beg your pardon?
Your housekeeper, Agnes, is in Rattay and doesn't want to work for...
So she survived. Thank the Lord. I prayed for her and all who suffered, but I'm not going back. Tell her...
God be with you.
Father, I need...
You?
Yes, that...
I'm sorry.
It may sound strange, but I need you to go back to St. James.
No. No, certainly not, my boy.
Why?
A parish that's little but a ruin these days. And besides, God forgive me, but I'm afraid. All kinds of ruffians are on the rampage around Skalitz.
It isn't completely safe.
As my father used to say.
How did you manage to get out of Skalitz?
I didn't. I wasn't there during the raid. I was here at Sasau for confession.
And why aren't you with our folks at Rattay? What if Sir
Look, here I'm an honored guest and well cared for. In Rattay there's... which happens to be mutual. The last thing I want to be doing is haggling with him over where I can sleep or how many slight...
He certainly isn't known for being generous.
Take care now.
Good health to you.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me.
Through no fault of ours, we had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in short, the good merchant, Martin Wiesek, who was supposed to bring it from... It's like the ground swallowed...
Lady Stephanie won't...
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even... and definitely not wood. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try...
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Wiesek, was last seen riding along. Evidently, he never made...
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountain or under the ground.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What was that noise?
Well, now, look, crawling out from under some rock. Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Had enough of life, have you?
No.